Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Connection Esports Arena. It is week 6 of Overwatch, and that means that on this chilly day, it's going to be real hot in here. The competition is getting a little spicy. We have 2 undefeated teams.
Undefeated.
As SNHU Sapphire takes on RPI Red.
This is gonna be some team's gonna be defeated. One person's gonna go out undefeated, another one's gonna come out defeated. So this is gonna be hype. I mean, these teams they're gonna be going at it, right?
Dude, absolutely. I mean, this is a div with some really tough competition. You know, we know Champlain is in this div to begin with.
Yeah,
they're consistently really high performers. So to see 2 undefeated teams, that's kind of nuts, especially at this point in the season. Is worth noting too. This is the last week of regular season, so this is going to be the one that decides playoff seeding. You know,
this
is a big game.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for it. I mean, it's you put it out pretty well here, but let's see what kind of maps that we got for this game here. We're gonna be up with Lijiang for control.
I don't think there's any better map to start off this last game of the regular season with. Lijiang has kind of been the go-to control pick like all season. I think we've had like 2 weeks where it wasn't Lijiang.
I think it's been only Lijiang, right? I think we had like Samoa
one time. Samoa last week. I feel like we had Ilios 1 week, but I could be absolutely losing it.
No, it's okay. Lijiang, though, I mean, it's the classic. It's the classic, you know. You love it. If you hate it, you're just wrong. You know, it's good.
And let me guess, Madav, you want to see a Lucio real bad.
Yes,
real bad.
Okay, listen, it's not that hard. Just have someone just jump in from spawn, boop 2 people off, reset yourself, go back to the actual comp, and you're already ahead and your team's there with your primary healer. Like, I don't see like the issue there.
The problem is, at this level, everyone's that fast. We've seen the games thus far, and these fights, they start quick, they end quicker.
That's true.
And especially with these 2 undefeated teams crashing head-to-head, it is going to be, I think we might finally, for basically the first time this season, be headed into Bangerville.
What?
It's going to be a good game. I feel it in my bones.
Yeah, I feel it in my nervous system.
That's in your nervous system? That's deep.
I feel where I feel all my emotion.
But I mean, I'm really interested to see how RPI are able to play this out, because we've seen a lot of SNHU. Obviously, they've been kind of on a real big roll this entire regular season.
Yeah, I mean, they're undefeated. You know, they've been pretty much been able to get through it every single game. I'm not sure what's like the final game of anything. Like the closest thing, I would assume like 3-2. But like they've just been able to just complete every single game, and they're undefeated. And now they're up against others who are also undefeated, similar to SNHU. So if anything, we should see. I want to say we'll see a lot of similar type of comps, and maybe. I would say so, right? I mean, unless there's like something else in the meta, I feel like Zarya and Orisa, and like we've seen like Sigma and Ball as well. I feel like those 4 tanks are like currently meta.
I think Zarya might be kind of on the outskirts as more of a niche pick, but yeah, Orisa's good. Ball and Sigma are both really good. At Sigma, we see super often because he's so good at controlling that space. What I want to see is, now that we have these 2 really high-level teams, these juggernauts in this division, how are these teams going to adapt to each other? It becomes a point where you can't win on just pure mechanical skill alone, where, you know, there have been a couple of games where, quite frankly, we have seen that. You know, not to be disparaging, but mechanical skill can take you a long way. But once you get up against, you know, mechanical equals, so to speak, then that strategy comes into play. Counter swapping, really, you know, tailoring your comps to the other team's weakness. And it seems like we might be just about ready to see what everyone runs out with. Just a few seconds remain.
Let's see what we got here. Looks like we're gonna see Lucio here, but it's on tower. It's not gonna be the. I keep blanking.
Night market.
Yes,
we're on night market.
Yes, it's not gonna be tower. It's gonna be night market here. But we do see that Lucio. We do see. I want to say a pretty similar comp here. We got the Sigma, the Bastion, the or sorry, the Baptiste, and the only thing different I'm seeing right now is really the DPS. We have Ultimate Web on Mei, and we have Symmetra on Grogu here. So getting that TP, I feel like getting on point fast can be really scary here.
Yeah, it looks like Grogu is gonna stick to it too. RPI already on the point here. SNHU still sitting in the courtyard waiting for an opportunity, gets a sentry turret and breaks the teleporter. Does Kresnik there, but it looks like RPI is really rolling back and ceding a lot of control of this point here. And things are breaking out. Osiren gets the boop onto Grogu. That's the opening pick that SNHU needed in this first fight. And already Osiren with another boop. Helios capitalizes on another one onto Robert the Bastion. And it's already over. That fight went as quick as it started.
Yeah, it was, I mean, they were able to push out from the bottom part of the map there, just really pushing in, getting that boop kill was huge there, and then using that ice wall to just stop the tank. It's also just a bigger thing.
Yeah, and look at Osiren's ultimate charge there with those two boops already up at 72% compared to Shupak's 30. It's going to be a difficult push, but if they can get a pick here onto one of the supports, it might be big. No capitalization is quite there, and now you have to figure out how to break through this. Ultimate Web very much looking for a wall here, gets it off of the beat from Osiren. The window comes through as well. Another one to try and counter. A lot of damage comes through. Robert gets a huge double kill on both the DPS for SNHU, and that is their go button. They're going to end this fight as quickly as that one started.
Yeah, I feel like SNHU really got aggressive there. Getting that beat super early, like you said, and then the window. I feel like they overcommitted a little bit there, and Grogu was just able to stop it with that wall, and that's a Metro wall. It has like 2,500 HP, so they're just able to block that huge push there and just be able to reset. And now they're going to be able to push starting new here.
Tevatron already popping the Gravitic Flux, but in the meantime, the Blizzard is out. Might freeze someone, does not freeze the Sigma, so the ultimate does come through. Now Robert looking to get another big performance in this fight with the artillery strike. A lot of damage comes through and Helios falls. Zobo is able to get the kill onto Ultimate Web as well, meaning that SNHU has to again backpedal. They're getting pushed back towards their spawn. I don't think anyone's going to be left alive.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be able to rack up all this percentage here, and they're just pushing them all the way back to their spawn right now. I mean, right now they're going to be, obviously they're going back. You can't hold them forever here, but Helios does have his ultimate up here. Kresnik does have his as well, and possibly a window from Crazy Cat if they're able to survive this long, and this Flux could be huge as well.
Yeah, the Flux artillery fire combination is a tried and true one, but it might not even be needed as Ultimate Web hits a fat headshot onto Grogu. The ultimate and the artillery strike does come through. That's a lot of damage, and the lamp is not going to save you, Robert. And a huge rock boom combination sends Zobo flying out into the stratosphere. Just the Lucio left for RPI and does not last very long.
Wow.
Another flip. It comes through.
You know me, I love boops. You know, I'm the biggest like boop guy there is, but that rock boop is it's like on another level. That's insane. The amount of timing and precision you need for that is out of this world.
Two windows ready, looking to see both of them come out here. Who is going to send it out first? Ultimate Web sends out the Blizzard. A lot of pressure on the entirety of RPI here, but everyone's falling so low. Ultimate Web the first to go down. Some nice little sticky grenades, but the beat is there to kind of soften the blow. Another counter beat from RPI means that Crazy Cat goes down, I believe, to a boop there. SNHU is crumbling very quickly. They have the lead in percentage, but they're not going to be able to get the flip back. Kresnik going to elect to just fall off the map, but Robert doesn't quite let him. Gets that little extra bit of ult charge.
Yeah, now that they're going to be having this point here, they're going to be pretty good in terms of ultimates. They have that Symmetra ultimate to work on. Robert's also super close to his ultimate right now. Is kind of stuck. I mean, he's by himself, and he needs to fend on his own while the supports, they're kind of just all around right now. I feel like SNHU isn't as together as they may want it to be.
Yeah, no, Ultimate Web falls super early. Now, on the outskirts here, on the outside, they're going to be looking for the boops. Our RPI. Osiren falling too means that there's no sustain. Crazy Cat the next to go down. No immortality field, no healing. Ultimate Web coming out on the Tracer. He's able to get the touch, but he's not going to be able to do it himself. And RPI, the first shot is fired, and it goes in their favor.
Yeah, I feel like that round it was like flux after flux after flux. I feel like we at least saw like 5 different ultimates come out, just like either all at the same time. But like both teams, they're building their ult charge super fast there compared to a lot of other games that we've seen. I feel like we've seen a lot more, limbs and stuff, but less ultimates, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, at this high level, ultimates are basically just cooldowns,
Right.
Really,
Right.
Even for the longer ones, like Gravitic Flux, they can come out so fast because everyone is getting so much value. It looks to me like we might have a bit of a switch up though, as Helios runs out on the Reinhardt. I'm a very happy man right now.
Yeah, big Ryan fan here. He used to play it. Obviously, he's gonna be super happy about it here. Kresnik is already gonna take this fast approach as they are up near the top here, and Schumacher is gonna die right away.
Yeah,
His fire strike.
Huge fire strike. That fire strike cleaves through. Robert on the Bastion, down 2. That means there is very little damage here for RPI. They get a quick pick onto Ultima Web, but that Reinhardt shield might come in clutch here to keep the rest of SNHU up and living. The Baptiste is still there, as Crazy Cat never under too much pressure there, has plenty of help from his Bastion, while Helios goes all the way to the backline, gets critical. Crazy Cat has to look 5 different ways, and as Robert respawns, might have been a bit of an overextension there. RPI stabilizing really well. It's just Crazy Cat and Ultima Web. Ultima Web has the ice block, but not much else in the form of assistance there, and RPI somehow, even though losing the first pick, is going to take first control of this point.
Yeah, I feel like Helios overextended a little bit there. I mean, with any Ryan, you're going to have to go super far to get those deep picks there, especially with that ability that just drives him forward. And it can be hard to kind of aim with that. That's why Ana is normally a little bit more reliable in these areas, but Baptiste also does just as good of a job here. As they're all grouped up, I wonder what their next move is going to be here. They're all getting pretty close to ultimates, and that window is going to come out right away.
That window is huge. Window Fire Strike is such a big combination, and it also helps Crazy Cat keep Helios alive to pump out that healing, but seemingly electing to look in a bit of a different direction. The lamp comes out super early, and Tevitron able to get both supports with the Gravitic Flux, the only ultimate committed for that fight, and now Kresnik dying a little bit late. RPI has 42% on the board right now.
Yeah, they're in a really good start. SNHU needs to really start, really try to get this point here. They have 3 sim turrets holding that gate there. It's gonna be a lot of damage pumping out. Ultima does have the Blizzard here, and he's gonna use it right away, and everybody's gonna try.
It gets eaten by Tevitron. Tevitron with the perfect hands stays cool, calm and collected, does not let the Blizzard go through. Ultima way in the back line, and that fight ends immediately. Osiren, the only one left alive.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that get Ian there, but that is absolutely crazy because now not only did Ultimate just lose that utility there, he has to restart all over, but the shatter from Helios could be huge as well, not to mention paired with a Bastion ultimate.
I think it got one. The beat does have to come through to save 1 or 2 there. Osiren gets his out, and it's absolutely huge, hitting all the members of SNHU. Tevitron falls so early. Robert, the next one to go down. That's all the damage for RPI gone. Just a Symmetra and a Baptiste left alive, and they are not long for this world. The Symmetra teleporting out, saying, I don't think I want to take that.
Yeah. Luckily, they did not use a lot of their ultimates there. They did use 2. That beat did come in huge amount of clutches here, and that shatter did get 1. But they have a couple to work with in terms of defense right now. While as RPI, they have a good amount of starting points.
Look at that wall! Look at that Bay wall!
That's huge.
The Blizzard might come through here. It comes through, does not get eaten this time. The lamp is down. They're all in a small room. Couple able to teleport out, but it's not quite enough. The speed is not there. That was another super quick fight. Helios hard committing to this. Might just barely be able to get out. But they kill 2. Kresnik gets 2 at spawn. Going back to his roots, Kresnik, though, is the one left to fall. The Flux is huge. The lamp is there, so everyone else is staying alive. The window gonna pump out a lot of damage. These fire strikes gonna go right through that Symmetra wall that just got put up. The shatter is there. Kresnik looking for some artillery fire from the spawn, and the shatter is massive.
It's huge. Oh, there's so much damage pumping out right now. That Flux is able to save him, but the rock gets him.
the lamp comes through at such a perfect time alongside the window. Crazy Cat not able to stay alive while Zobo absolutely clutching this fight out. Kresnik from White Room is able to get one, but I don't think the numbers are there for SNHU. Osiren has to beat just to touch this point. Helios coming back, but maybe not quite soon enough. Osiren not able to live, and Helios gets absolutely crunched. RPI with the opening map win, and that is a different look than we've seen all season.
Yeah, SNHU's only been the one to take a stance for, especially for control here, but now RPI, you know, they're setting the ground here. You know, they're changing things up. Tevitron with this play. I want to see how big this flux is right here. He got two. That's both of the supports, and then plus the Rock paired with the rest of the team. I mean, that's just a huge sweep right there.
Yeah, and staggering Kresnik because they know that he doesn't have the turret for him there.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful team play. Great communication, too. It's real easy in those stagger situations where someone doesn't quite get the memo and they just burn him. No, great discipline from all of RPI there. This one... Yeah. I felt it in my bones, and it's getting a little stronger. This one might go all the way. SNHU.
That would be so fun.
Dude,
that'd be so fun.
That first map alone was,
it was fun.
So back and forth. If the rest of this game goes like that, we are going to have a fun one to end off the regular season. But let's not jump to conclusions here. Both teams played very, very well. Some nice adaptations there. I think that Reinhardt from Helios actually got a lot of work done.
Yeah. I think the value that came off it, you know, you just have those fire strikes that can go super far. I mean, Sigma does have his main weapon, which only goes, you know, a short amount of distance, but at the same time, Ryan also plays a little bit close. But the Rock that Sigma has, I feel like it outweighs it a little bit, but I feel like Helios was still able to pick up a lot of value. And, you know, I think he got, what, like 3 shatters?
Absolutely.
So that's like a pretty good amount.
And even the one that got blocked, I think it hit someone because I saw the headshot hit marker come through, which means that it squished someone right on the head.
That's awesome.
I mean, just... These teams are playing so fast. This is high-level Overwatch. If you have not seen it before, welcome to the club. It's a treat to watch. There's nothing like it, truly. We haven't seen a game like this all semester.
No, yeah, because SNHU just steamrolls. So like having this challenger here, I mean, it's entertaining. That's that.
Absolutely, and for what I believe is the second time this semester, SNHU, the one to pick this next map here.
Do we know what it is?
Not yet, but I'm trying to like...
What do you think it's going to be?
I'm trying to think about where they want to go here, because that Rhino looked really, really successful. We'll see if they are going to be able to play it on whatever map they pick.
Midtown, baby. Let's go. I'm a fan of Midtown. I like it. It's not Kings Row. We've seen Kings Run a lot, but Midtown, I'm okay with Midtown.
Midtown's a solid map.
I like Midtown.
What I don't want to see and what I don't expect to see is any teams deciding that, you know what, I think I'll push through train car today. I'll take the long way.
Yeah.
I'll take the scenic route.
Yeah, based on what we saw from last streams, I think we saw SNHU really play, like you said, kind of near that subway area, hold off there. But the attacking team also went through subway. So it was
How'd that work?
It was. I don't think it worked out well in their favor because it was so difficult. Because I think we popped 2 lamps at the same time there, or sorry, two windows.
Yeah, it was like
and it was a lot of spraying, and it was so like clustered, and you're just like together. I don't think it's really effective.
Yeah, no, it's a small tube, and when Sigma May is the dominant comp, Sigma May Bastion, mind you, being the dominant comp, you don't want to pigeonhole yourself into a little tiny tube where AOE is gonna hit no matter where you go. But I don't expect to see that here. Thank goodness.
I wonder if we'll see if we'll see Sombra. I know she got a rework and like she was like really popular for a moment and then she settled back down. But I feel like this map is it's really good for Sombra because the health packs are super spread out. Even though she can't set her teleport anymore, she can really get out of these situations and she's just able to translocate away and just still get those health packs and then come back to the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We've definitely seen some Sombra before, but as we throw into game here, I want to know if they do commit to that, because that would be an interesting option, especially for that increase in damage. And let's not even think about how good of an ultimate EMP is. It
got reduced as well. So, but what we're seeing right now, we're seeing similar tanks, similar supports, but the damage is completely different.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Genji. And Sojourn too, actually. Sojourn not super common this semester because that Bastion Mei comp is so strong.
I mean, what is RPI starting on? They're starting on defense here. I feel like Genji and Sojourn, I feel like you want to see them more on attack, if anything. Just because the boop that they're, or not the boop, the Sombra's right click that you're able to get and Genji's reflect, I feel like you want to see that more on attack. But I guess you could use it similarly on the defense here. But SNHU, having that same comp there, just going to push right into it, and we're going to see what we're going to get.
Yeah, already taking this low ground. Osiris doing a little bit of scouting, and SNHU looking to rush right through this bridge overpass area. Already a lot of damage coming out onto the members of RPI, and you cannot reflect Ultimo Web's primary fire on the Mei. A lot of damage coming out. Kresnik looking to get set up on that high ground that RPI was just occupying. Now being forced off by SNHU. Helios falling dangerously low in that dash from Genji, able to secure it. Now Kresnik, the one in no man's land, getting hard pushed on by RPI. The tank for RPI, Teletron, takes a lot of damage very early, but not enough to dissuade him from keeping this push going. Ultimo Web and Crazy Cat both go down, and I think that's the value of the Genji. Genji able to get in and out very quickly. Play a lot more aggressive in these chase scenarios.
Yeah, but Crazy Cat already has his window up here, so that's huge there. And as well as the Siren getting extremely close to that B, and that could be used as a great counter for both Sojourn and Genji. So it depends really when they want to use it, but that
Flux comes out immediately after first fight. Grogu takes great advantage of it, gets the right click kill on to Crazy Cat, and SNHU being forced to retreat yet again. Use the Mei wall to get out with hopefully no more casualties, but RPI does not seem content to let that happen. Ultimo Web falling very low, but RPI might have fallen a little bit too close to the sun. Teletron absolutely stuck in the middle of nowhere. The wall from Ultimo Web a little bit better, able to basically trap him dead to rights there. And now SNHU, the ones able to make it on to point, get a presence going, hopefully get some percentage up and ready.
Yeah, they got to push this and use this advantage as much as they can, because Teletron's going to come right back. That window's coming out as well. And
look at the Blizzard
wall. It's gonna be
the
huge.
Wall is huge and the Blizzard is bigger. The window practically nullified, and Kresnik making sure that nothing comes from it. The right click into the fire means that Zobo and Grogu both immediately fall. No attempt will be necessary. No contesting of the point there. RPI falling all the way back as SNHU picks up this first point.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to establish a hard presence. They're already getting that high ground. It's gonna be huge just to back players off. We're gonna see obviously a Siren at the point there. You know, his healing's nothing compared to Crazy Cat. We're gonna see that window come out as well.
Yeah, the window comes out super early to maybe make you know, the remaining members of RPI a little bit scared, not want to push that high ground, get pressure on. Maybe a little early, but the blade comes through. The beat is there, so is the rock. The beat from RPI is also there, but the Flux is going to take pure full advantage. That's a lot of damage coming out. Robert on the Genji falling so low, but the healing seems to be there. Helios has to back off a little bit, and with Grogu getting the ultimate out already, 2 falling for SNHU, and it might just be 2 more as only Squishy's left. Ultimo Web gets a quick one onto Robert and Zobo, so that's actually kind of devastating this late in the fight, and Ultimo Web might actually be able to survive as the reinforcements are coming in with haste for SNHU. This might just end up going in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, they're still pushing guard here. I mean, they're able to defend them, but As long as SNHU is just able to get that payload right through, the closer and closer it gets, that's the main thing they have to worry about. Grogu is able to get a lot of damage off of it, and now they're going to be super close to him.
Yeah, the Flux coming through does catch Crazy Cat, but Crazy Cat so well positioned, not going to take a lot of damage. Helios, though, and Kresnik both falling immediately is going to spell the end of that very much extended push. RPI recovering very, very quickly.
Yeah, they were able to just, whatever they did, they were able to just get that high ground, just drop on SNHU. And just that Flux there was huge because, I mean, the Bastion's going to be the biggest thing that you're going to have there. And Ultimate Web has his ultimate as well, which can be huge. But oh, sorry. Yeah, no, Ultimate Web does get Robert there, and it's just a simple trade coming out. I thought Ultimate Web died there, but
the Blizzard comes out so early, hard isolating Tevatron. He falls immediately. There's no space to be had for RPI when you don't have that Sigma there. No shield, no hands, no rock, no orbs. Everything is gone. RPI has to back up a little bit. They're not able to hold this high ground, and SNHU is just going to push this through as much as they can.
Yeah, it looks like, well, how RPI is really playing. I mean, they need their tank no matter what, wherever they go there. They can't fight these attacks on their own. As they start to kind of push up here, Kresnik is in a dangerous situation, and he could be using that very soon. The Blizzard.
Crazy Cat. Grogu gets Crazy Cat right as the Blizzard comes through. Kresnik gets Chupak and the Lamp, but I don't think the numbers are there. SNHU just loses too many at the start of that fight, and Osiren able to get out, has that beat ready for next fight, but might need to be wary of Grogu's overclock ultimate going into this next fight. RPI is going to have a lot of time getting this positioning set up.
Yeah, I think SNHU is using their ultimates really early here. I feel like they could use it to isolate a lot of teammates, a lot of enemies better here. But at the same time, you kind of need it to isolate those fights and be able to get there. Ultimate Web already on super low HP, and Grogu has overclock if he needs it.
Yeah, and the window comes out too. That you know they're looking for something huge here. Helios already almost dies before this fight even started. They have to wait out this window, and there's not a ton of time left on the clock. Crazy Cat, the one with the window here, and now Helios looking to push. The beat comes through right as the overclock comes from Grogu. Grogu's all of the way in the back line here. I don't know if they know just yet, but not committing any value here as Chupak goes down.
Oh, the Flux.
This Flux might just be huge. Helios goes down. Robert falls for RPI, but no healing for SNHU. A nice little wall. It's just Tevatron versus Ultimate Web on the Mei here, but Grogu is there. Not able to make it to point. Is Ultimate Web likely going to get booped back onto this high ground?
Oh, the Blizzard.
Gets the Blizzard out.
Oh.
It's actually so huge. Everyone's there.
Thing.
There's no beat, but no follow-up. Ultimate Web the only one there, and the Lamp was able to come through so quickly. Basically no ultimates. The Sombra does come out from Kresnik just to get here a little bit quicker. The hack does come out onto the Sojourn. Osiren gets Robert. The AoE DPS is significantly lower for RPI now. Very much a stall comp coming out here from SNHU. Overtime not quite ticking down just yet, but the resources are not in SNHU's favor, especially if Robert is able to get this Blizzard off. SNHU has to end this fight early, and they may have just done so. Helios picks both of the healers. I don't think RPI is going to hard commit to this. Looks like Tevatron and the Mei, the only ones there. The Blizzard comes through, but I think it might be just a bit of an overinvestment. I don't know if the numbers are just there. The beat comes through. 2 players fall for SNHU, and RPI is contesting this, and they're doing so well. Kresnik falls, and with the overclock, SNHU not able to make it back to the point. RPI doing so well to maintain composure at these dire straits here.
That was scary. They had 1.5 meters until that point there, and RPI was just able to hold out that point there, keep their cool a little bit, you know, kind of reassemble, and then just get that bread. I mean, there's another way to say it. They were just able to get that, and that was huge for them, because now they don't need to worry about touching point. They just need to be able to just back them off long enough.
Yeah, I mean, man, these two teams are playing in a way that is not giving me a ton of time to breathe, but I don't mind it. These are the fun games. These are why I like being behind this desk and not behind the one in front of me where all the players sit. I like yelling, but the pressure got to me, so I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
Speaking of pressure, the pressure is now on for SNHU. If they are not able to hold back the offense of RPI is going to be up 2 maps to 0. That is not a situation SNHU has found themselves in the entirety of this season thus far, and they're going to be trying their best.
It's definitely going to be a first for SNHU. You know, they might be a little bit worried there, but Push will be next, and Push.
Not Push.
Nah.
Flashpoint.
Oh, sorry. Flashpoint. Sorry. Regardless, here talking about this game, I'm surprised we don't see that Genji. I know we saw it on that defense. I really thought we'd see it on the attack, but they're gonna keep the Sojourn here and overall that same type of comp because it's working for them. Why change it up if it works?
Yeah, why not? The Sojourn got a lot of value, but it felt like the Genji only got value in those chase scenarios, whereas the Mei is really kind of an all-rounder, can get a lot of value in a lot of different scenarios. As we see here, Ultima Web isolates the Baptiste, the lamp comes out, and now Ultima Web, the one walled off, doesn't look like they're quite able to make it happen, though Kresnik pops the turret form to fell that wall as quick as it came out, and now SNHU again looking to isolate. May have found one here as the tank Teletron ends up in the laundromat, but Grogu gets Kresnik, so there's no real damage coming through already. RPI has a point presence, and Grogu catches Crazy Cat. That is disastrous for SNHU's defense here. Teletron falling so low is even worse for them if they're able to secure the kill. Oh, Siren gets two ticks nearly there. For RPI though, Osiren not able to take one more 1v1. I'd be surprised if SNHU doesn't contest this, but they might not look to do so. The pressure just too much there.
Yeah.
SNHU deciding to take a bit of a stronger position on the second point rather than risk losing that first point.
Yeah, but they got, RPI has 5 minutes to work with here. They got SNHU really has to hold this point for an extremely long time. I mean, and it's not even towards that second point there. They just have to keep that high ground and make sure that flux coming out from Tevatron, that could be huge, knowing that they're all grouped up there. It's crazy. It's going to happen right now.
Here it is. I can't tell. I think the rock went through, so it gets nothing.
Oh.
Helios, the absolute hero, gets the big play, and now SNHU not at all concerned, looking to aggress on RPI. The blizzard comes out right as the window does from Zobo, and Tevatron does not have that increased healing to stay alive when there's a wall right in the way. SNHU just looking to clean everything up. Shoe pack falling, and I think everyone else might not be too far behind Robert, the next domino to fall. And with Spawn walled off, it's going to be a little scary for the remaining members of RPI Red.
Yeah, they're pushing out super far right now, establishing their dominance here. As they do need to retreat though here, as Tevatron is able to get a lot of damage out now. Helios is the one with the Flux, Kresnik is the one with the Bash and Ultimate. That comp could be huge, and it's going to be big.
It's going to be big, but I don't know if it catches anyone. I think it might have caught one, but no ultimates coming through. Oh, Siren not committing the beat there. Might choose to do so to refight this, but I think patience might be a key virtue here as Ultima falls super early. SNHU just going to be looking for some kind of pick, some opening to get something going here so they don't have to retreat yet further. The window does come out from Crazy Cat, the beat from Shoepak, a response from Osiren, but Helios is so low. Zobos now the one with the window there, the wall up there, also isolating Helios, not allowing any damage coming through. And while they're focused, while SNHU is focused on the entirety of RPI here, there's two on point. They could be looking at these two,
but no, they're gonna get it. They're gonna be so close to it.
They're gonna get it.
Unfortunate there. That's
Madaf.
Yeah.
I think, and I do not say this lightly, I think we may have witnessed our first Charlie Niner of the NECC Overwatch season. Absolutely tragic, but great play from RPI to make that play happen. That just doesn't happen out of nowhere. I have no words. I have no words. I mean, I feel like C9s, you don't really see them too often in higher elos, but we saw it today. We had two people push onto point, and the attack was on top, and they just slipped. They literally just slipped right underneath, and was just able to push that and get that point. I mean, yeah, and then
it's so hard to jump onto point as well, because you have people spraying at you, plus the Mei walls, plus all the windows and everything else happening.
The Mei walled off everyone on top, so even when they recognized they couldn't move through, and then when the wall was broken, the Lucio was there to get the boop.
Yeah, it's it's unfortunate there, but
very, very strong team play from RPI.
yeah, that's got to be. I don't know what kind of communication they're doing. They have to be like screaming or yelling, because having that Mei wall up and then another boop after it falls. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah,
very much in sync is RPI, but SNHU, we know they're not out of this quite yet, but we will wait for them to return to form after this quick break. Grab your popcorn. This one could go the distance. We are back from that little breather there, much deserved by everyone, ourselves included. I think
it was a lot.
But, we are going to be going into Flashpoint here. If you are just joining us, SNHU for the first time this season down 2-0, going back to home turf here on Flashpoint. Let's see what they decide to pick. And Saravasa, all reliable.
Yeah, it's a map that we've seen so many times before in the past. I think we've seen New Junk like once. Actually, no, I don't think so at all. Actually, just because New Junks is it's junk. But Saravasa here, we're gonna be seeing that ball tracer combo as well. I believe with the Lucio, just a lot of speedy plays here. And it's like you said, RPI is 2-0 right now. So this game, it will be, it's not a tiebreaker. But if RPI does take the win on this, it is going to be game a point, or no, sorry, it's match point for RPI there. And no, what am I saying? The game's gonna go to RPI. That's what I mean. Not
Yes.
match point. What am I talking about?
It would also be match point. That is what that phrase is used for.
But
because if RPI wins this match,
yeah,
then they win the game.
so but it's not match point.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
Regardless,
yeah. Anyways,
regardless, it's also worth noting that this match is going to play a big part in the makeup of playoffs here, as this is going to decide playoff seeding for both of these teams. Both of these teams obviously vying for that top spot in playoffs to get a nice big playoff berth here. But I don't know. SNHU's backs are against the wall, but I'd be a fool to count them out at this point. They've been playing so well today. It's just been a couple of very, very minor mistakes that RPI has been really, really good at capitalizing on.
Yeah, I mean RPI, their flow, the synchronization that they have, whatever they've got, it works. You know, it's like they have some flaws every now and then. Maybe a player strides off too far, or the tank goes a little bit deep. But overall, in terms of composition and like playing the game, they're just able to group up together, get these picks, trade each other out, and just bounce off of each other really well.
Absolutely. And that's such a key part of Overwatch, is being able to win when you're down a player. You know, a lot of players, especially in lower ranks, are like, they're either we're down a player, it doesn't matter, or we're down a player, we lose. That neither of those are particularly healthy mindsets, but they've managed to strike the balance excellently.
Anyways, while we're sorry. While we're talking about it, I say, why don't we just hop right into game there, and let's see what we got here, how RPI is gonna combat this. It looks like we're gonna be seeing not Ball, but Sigma.
Yeah, odd adjustment to be making this late in the season, but maybe they're thinking better of it. RPI flashing the Wrecking Ball pick for just a moment. Let's see if they stick to it.
Could be an opposite pick. I almost want to say it. Other than the tank switch, I feel like no, it's gonna be similar here. Robert's gonna switch back on that Genji though. We are gonna see him get those deep pick kills like you were talking about, where Genji can really capitalize on. And a map like Suravasa, that's big, it's huge, has a lot of angles. Genji works super well on it.
Yeah, but SNHU has been so particularly dominant on Flashpoint here. The wall from Ultimate not actually able to isolate anyone, just a little too late. Tevatron taking the elevator ride up and getting right to point here. Kresnik now the one to aggress right onto Tevatron. A lot of damage comes out, but the hands there. Robert does a protect the president, loses his life for it, and it's not enough to save Tevatron. Stuck in the corner there. 2 opening picks from SNHU and a third on top mean that they are going to take this point with pinpoint efficiency.
Yeah, they were able to get that super fast there. Flashpoint, it's going to be ticking down really fast. I mean, what do you expect? Crazy Cat's already going to be at 70% ult charge. That is crazy. After a quick fight like that, I feel like we've seen a Siren get a lot of that ult charge as well. But Crazy Cat, I mean, that window, it can always do so much, specifically on this point as well. Here as Tevatron and the group start to push up, now they're going to get into a lot of combat.
Indeed they will. They took a bit of a long rotation, but were under cover for most of it. RPI managing to stay very, very healthy here, but I don't know how much cooldowns they committed in the lead up to this fight. Evidently not enough to lead to a very quick opening pick there, but the lamp is not enough to save Tevatron from the big blizzard. Courtesy of Ultima Weapon and a window to follow up means that RPI gonna run away with their tails between their legs. Already at 80% on this particular Flashpoint.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they really want to risk touching this. I mean, they have to go there extremely fast, and it just doesn't look like it's not really wise to. If anything, they'll play exits and they'll maybe do something, but I could be wrong here because they actually are going to touch.
And they commit the blizzard. Oh, Siren falls. Robert gets traded out immediately, and so does Grogu. Kresnik, the presence in the back line, pumping out so much damage, and there's no real response from RPI, and right as I say it, the window comes out. Now Kresnik, the one committing the ultimates, and he gets both supports. It's absolutely massive. Helios just able to 1v1 the Sigma with the help of Kresnik. So not technically a 1v1, but regardless, SNHU able to take this first point on Flashpoint.
That is a strong presence that they needed there. They needed to get that first point. They are going to be in the lead now. A Siren with the beat is also going to be huge. Both Sigmas close to the Flux is going to be big as well. Going over to this point now. This point, it's so big. It's so deep. And it's just so much can happen. So much can. It's like the space for it is insane of what can really happen here. But Grogu with the overclock, it can be just as scary as well.
Yeah, looking to chip down this shield from Helios, get someone out of position, and just get that headshot. SNHU with a very solid presence onto the point here. But Tevatron looking to be the one to disrupt it. The beat comes through, but does not manage to save Kresnik. Now, Helios the one sending out the Flux. Grogu falls with the ultimate, and now Tevatron actually does get the beat through the wall, still taking heaps of damage. The Blizzard comes through, no beat to respond. The lamp might not be there either. It ends up being on point, but Tevatron is so low, has the hands to live, and Osiren actually the one to fall. And with Crazy Cat down too, there's no healing left for SNHU. Kresnik gets one on the way out. And 50% on the board for SNHU, but RPI able to flip.
A lot of ultimates committed to that fight. SNHU really wanted to hold that on to that point as long as they could there. But now RPI is going to have the control of this, and Zobo here is going to be able to have that lamp that can just push them back even further. It's gonna be they can just hold it back so far here. Helios though is gonna be able to try and make enough space as much as they can, but the team, as they start to come back here, we might see it pop extremely soon.
Yeah, no real ultimates coming out for SNHU, and RPI is just playing to stall. They have the Bastion now, so they can really contest Kresnik and minimize his value, but not looking. Shoot back, and Robert fall. Kresnik clutching out, gets two huge picks. Helios falls, but that's a third for Kresnik. The lamp, too little, too late. Crazy Cat and Osiren incredibly low, but the damage might just be done. But Grogu, with the help of Zobu, is actually able to clutch it out. 80% on the board for RPI now.
Yeah, SNHU needs to get that. They need Osiren to jump past these walls and get that point and touch it at least if they want to still contest it here, but it doesn't look like they're going to be going for that anytime soon. They're just going to be going to the next point here and they're just going to take their time on it, because now they are 1-1. It's first to 3. It's all about getting to the next point, making your strong point or strong dominance on that, get enough percentage as you can, and just be able to hold them back. Because that's all you really have to do. Bastion, May, hold the Blizzard, spray them. It's going to be big, but the Flux is big as well.
The Flux is there, but I don't know how much follow-up there's going to be, because there's a great wall from Ultimo Web. SNHU already positioned onto this point. The wall comes out from Robert, does not isolate anybody, and now Teletron in the middle of nowhere. Ultimo Web gets a nice little right click onto Grogu, and then one more with the help of the window onto Tevatron, securing 2 quick picks in the process. And Osiren might be looking to chase, decides, thinks better of it, ends up prioritizing his life instead.
Yeah, I mean, when you get 2 picks like that, you want to push up as much as you can, but as we've seen SNHU beforehand, they pushed up pretty hard, and it has not worked too well in their favor. So they're going to stay back. They're going to keep their cool here as they start to build up ult charge here. Crazy Cat's the only one without an ult right now, and the rest of the team is going to be able to have these for the defense, while as RPI also has that Bastion ultimate, and Crazy is going to just spray and ult him up with the Blizzard.
The Blizzard's there. Grogu ends up getting Kresnik with the artillery fire, but with no tank, it is looking a little bit dicey for RPI. SNHU not wanting to commit any more ults here. They don't feel like they need to. Robert using the wall to try and get a little bit more space here. A nice headshot onto Zobo right after the window comes through. The damage is going to be there, but not for long, as Grogu and Robert both fall like dominoes. Everything committed for RPI does not matter.
Yeah, only one ultimate only one ultimate needed there. SNHU, like you said, like you were gonna say, is gonna get control of this point here. Already making able to, or trying their best to go over to the next point right now. That speed boost from a Siren is just gonna be big. Just getting everybody up there. Not to mention from Shupak as well. But we might see a fight come right before in the point here. They're actually heading extremely close right now. And if there's a boop, I swear I might lose it. It will be insane here. But the flux from Helios,
the flux could be huge. Has the backup of an artillery strike.
Oh, the lamp
from Kresnik. The lamp is there, but it's down just as quickly as it comes through. The blizzard from Robert, absolutely massive. The beat is there, but not enough for Helios. But if they trade tax, it doesn't quite matter. The window is there. The beat too late to save Zobo. Crazy Cat, the next one to fall. It is tit for tat. Every pick traded absolutely evenly. This is a pure mirror match right now, but SNHU with a beautiful wall might just be able to come out on the better side of it. Robert, oh so low, as is Shupak. Gets back onto the point, but might just be staggering himself out yet further here, able to make it out alive in a bit of a mess of a fight.
That was really scaring there. Everybody kind of just jumping back and forth right now, and you know, SNHU was able to get that, but at the cost of all of their ultimates, and Tevatron is blocked off by that wall, and he's just gonna barely survive that lamp.
But he uses all his cooldowns. He doesn't have a hands to get out, so the turret mode of Kresnik is enough to take him down. Osiren gets picked by a nice little headshot from Grogu, and the artillery fire comes out. Ultima Wep looking to get himself out of dodge there, and Zobo falls from a nice little right click from Kresnik, and SNHU finally looking to be solidly in the driver's seat.
Yeah, this is the, I mean, RPI, they have to touch here. If SNHU gets this point, this will be their third, and I believe that will be the last of this set in order to get the win onto this flashpoint here. RPI, they're going to be coming through. He has that flux. SNHU is going to be all grouped up right now, and they do have a lamp. It could save them, but that wall is going to block them off, and the spray can be big.
The spray can be big. It's a bit of a mess in this point. Grogu falls. There's no Bastion. Helios falls. Crazy Cat solo. Kresnik falls. Oh, the blizzard gets committed. Osiren and Ultima Wep might just be the heroes here. The blizzard comes out from Robert though. Nullifying any chance. Osiren ends up falling off this point, is able to maintain that beat, and with Kresnik having the artillery strike going into this next fight, might favor them ever so slightly.
Unfortunately, the turret forms coming out from both Bastions there, it looked like it was going to do a lot of damage, but they both got walled off there, so unfortunately not a lot of value being able to come off of that. But now SNHU, they have their time to kind of reset. They are at 99 here, so RPI is going to be shooting as much as they can. They do not want to lose a single fight at all here. Just staggering out, picking Siren and the window both, or sorry, the window's going to come out, and the beat from them is going to come out as well.
The beat is so early, but I think
he fell.
Helios falls. Does not have the flux to save himself. Robert gets another one, and another boot comes through. That was a very quick fight. SNHU has one more if they're lucky, but
I don't know if the cooldowns will get there in time.
Yeah, it's going to be dicey. SNHU, I think, might just opt to fight this next fight. They do have the ultimate advantage by far here.
Yeah, I mean, with every fight, after you commit a lot, the other team's always going to have a lot of advantage here, but at 99%, they can't get a touch, but they're still going to continue to this fight. Kresnik is going to trade Bastions here. Tevatron going to get that Osiren as well, but it's not worth to continue fighting it. They need to care about this next point here. It's going to be game for whoever's going to get this, and that flux is going to come out.
Incredibly early, Kresnik, mainly the only one to take a ton of damage here. The healing is all there, so I don't know if that gets a ton of value. Now SNHU kind of has a free reign, a free pass to get this fight started. And Zobo solo able to survive as SNHU backs out to save Osiren. Might be looking to go around, get a quick pick onto the May here.
Yeah, Robert
very much alone. Absolutely nuked into orbit there, and with one pick there, SNHU is going to run right to this point.
Yeah, but now, okay, I know I mention ultimates every single time, but SNHU literally has every single person as their ultimate. All of them have it. RPI has Zobo, they have the Freeze, the Blizzard. On this map here specifically, I feel like you can't really stay outside that much because the point is all based around that fountain and it's so small. Like, they just need to tap that here, and the Flux combo coming out is just going to be on that Bastion there, but even then that didn't get him.
That's a great shield and a great beat from Osiren. Catches literally everyone, and a massive wall from Ultima Web. Tepetron absolutely shredded.
Oh, he's
a
gonna go
huge boop onto Grogu. Doesn't even end up living to fall into the death plane. SNHU gets a little dicey there, but is able to win the fight pretty handily.
Yeah, we've seen those old combos come out so much, and even if they don't hit there, just putting them all in that little corner, just spacing them and moving them in there, that's all you really need out of ultimates, because once you get that, you can just, you can just destroy them. I mean, that's all you can really do there. And now RPI has to work with what they got. We are going to see that ultimate come out from Grogu there. Could be targeting a support or possibly Ultima Web here, but it doesn't look like it's going to go after the tank right now. And they got to take their time.
The Blizzard not eaten. There's only a lamp and a window, but Helios falls immediately. That is devastating. The Immortality Field is not enough to save Robert there, as well as it goes down immediately to a right click from Kresnik, but this is a very, very even fight. SNHU has to decide if they want to commit to this. RPI, no choice, might need to commit this beat here. Ultima Web is so low, but Grogu is not saved by the big beat from Shupak. Kresnik neither is able to live. It looks to me like Zobo is in deep trouble here. Ends up falling. The Flux comes through from Teletron, sorry, but not able to cure any picks here. Crazy Cat doing so much healing. Teletron falls before Helios is able to go down, and Helios getting to the Tracer, not able to survive. SNHU pulls one out from the brink.
Whew. What? I say this after every single game, but what a game. You know, that was an extremely long fight. Not something that we're really used to seeing so much, but I mean, Helios is left on critical for so long, and Crazy Cat literally had to put his heart and soul into that healing there. We see Grogu with this play of the game, getting a nice little 4-piece there, able to secure that point, but
dude, wow. Crazy Cat was not just pocketing Helios, that was a whole handbag.
Yeah, that
I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
My goodness, how that man did not die.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
He just kept jumping, like literally on a wing and a prayer. Like he just going in the air. You got to do what you got to do. You got to be maneuverable as you're playing Baptiste. And he's still outputting that damage. He's still able to get that damage. I mean, like, how do you even what is the optimal for that? It's what props. That's all I can really.
Again, there's a reason why I'm talking about the Baptiste play and not playing the Baptiste.
Yeah, I mean, Baptiste is so hard to play. It's a good skill once you learn, though.
Oh, absolutely. Baptiste always been strong pretty much since his release. I mean, Immortality Field alone is enough value to keep him in a roster. But that was finally the look of the SNHU that we know and love from this season. Sapphire been on a tear here, but not able to pick this map here. I believe we might be ready for the map preview, but I'm not entirely sure.
I think we are here. We're going to be up on push, seeing Colossio. Is that how you pronounce it? Okay, that's awkward.
No, don't worry. I only had to scrim this map probably dozens, if not about 100 times.
I thought, for some reason, whatever reason, I thought we were going to see New Queen Street for whatever reason. I feel like that map is just like, it's just a top pick for a lot of reasons there, but Colosseo, have we seen?
I believe we've seen it once in the Champlain game, because that's the only one that's gone more than 3 maps so far.
If SNHU picks up the win on this, we're gonna see that final 5th control, and we have not. I don't believe we've seen that.
Absolutely not. We haven't, and
so that's gonna be the
Colosseo and push in general. And I know push is kind of I'm
not a fan.
I don't know if the opinions changed widely, but back in my day, it was a very divisive game mode. I like it because it's very, very back and forth.
Yeah.
It's so fluid. It's almost like Flashpoint in that sense, where it goes so fast, it moves so quickly, but there are very dedicated win conditions for either team with those objectives. Those are just to add a little bit of lightness into a very, very heavy broadcast. We in the business call the checkpoints on push butt scratch, because the robot scratches butt.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Once if and when we reach checkpoint on this map, you are going to see the robot, the push robot, just get rid of his duties for a moment, and instead of pushing the big barricade, just
just takes an itch.
Take care of a little itch that's been bugging him all day.
Oh man, I don't even want to keep talking about this game anymore. I just want to hop right into it. Let's see what kind of comps we got. Let's see what we're dealing with here. We got around 15 seconds to guess what is coming from both teams. Dude, here. What do you think's coming out?
Well, first of all, this is entirely irrelevant to team compositions, but my goodness, this map is gorgeous. Can we just appreciate that?
Yeah,
for a quick moment.
For people who aren't aware how maps are made in game R and the programming into it, once you figure that out, it's so much detailing and texturing they have to do. It's insane. Like that whole entire map. I mean, look at that background.
Yeah, no,
like that's not a preset. That's all made. And it's crazy the amount of work they put into this.
Absolutely, but in terms of compositions, we're seeing pretty much what we have all night, a pure mirror matchup, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Grogu's still on that Sojourn. They're not going to switch off to the Bastion just yet there, but other than that, an exact mirror, similar to what we saw pretty much every single map, and they're hopping right into it. Siren's ready to get in there. He's already so close. You're going to be able to figure out what the comp is so far, but until that robot is unlocked, they're going to be taking their distance.
Yep, just looking to get a little bit of damage. Robert at half health, but not under any immense danger, as Sobo right there to patch him up, give him a little kiss on the boo-boo.
Yeah, I mean that's all you really need there, to just get that little bit of healing in, and that's going to be enough for your supports to be able to get that ult charge as well. With the robot unlocked, no one's really making a first move just yet. They're waiting for the right time, and Helios is going to be the first one to push in.
Helios has a great angle here, but decides to look elsewhere as Zobo.
Oh my.
Never mind. Zobo gets absolutely obliterated. The Tevatron after the wall is not able to manage to live through the gauntlet. Everyone else from RPI ends up crumpling like a collapsing Roman building.
I don't know what I just saw there. Helios pushed in super fast, able to get a great angle, and then Kresnik got stunned, but then he got saved from Robert's ice wall, and it was just able to spray two members down, and it was just that was really funny to me seeing that play come out here. But now SNHU, they need to kind of stay behind these pillars here. Not a lot of space for defense, and RPI can really push in fast if they wanted to.
Yeah, looks like they're just going to be playing to keep this robot at the corner. A nice headshot from Ultima Web onto his mate counterpart, but the Blizzard means they're not going to be able to push it too much. The hands coming out from the Sigma as well. Tevatron able to live with no danger, but Zobo not so lucky. Takes a quick headshot from Ultima Web, and the Blizzard follow-up means that RPI going to have to play this a little bit more conservatively, but maybe not if Ultima Web and Kresnik fall so quickly. Helios looking to get something here, has the support of his Baptiste, but is being flanked from all angles here, able to get out with his life as Tevatron fallen to Osiren. Crazy Cat ends up dying. The Flux catches absolutely no one as the overclock comes through, but only catching Osiren, gets killed immediately after. Still enough for RPI to win this fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, just when you have your supports there but not your DPS, you get a lot of healing, but at the same time, everybody targets you because supports, they can heal, but it's so hard to keep up with that healing, especially after Baptiste already uses his shift ability there and being able to get people up while they're lower HP, but it doesn't matter. Their tank is not able to make it there fast enough.
That's a huge wall. Robert has to commit his just to get out. It means you don't have that tool to isolate anyone from SNHU. Sapphire, Kresnik looking for a target to acquire and seems to have found it in Tevatron. has to commit everything to save him. Even the Blizzard, the beat comes through, but not able to save Helios. Might not have caught him, but Tevatron ends up very, very low, as do a lot of RPI. Actually, Crazy Cat also very, very low, but that's a great right click from Helios, pumping so much damage into that little room there. Grogu falls, the Flux comes through from Tevatron. Kresnik, the next to go down. The Blizzard committed, and there's nothing there except for the beat. The beat is huge. The lamp, he's just outside the lamp. It's so huge. Sobo ends up falling. So does Ultimo Web. This is a very, very scrappy fight. SNHU choosing to back up for just a moment, but is going to push quick here to maintain this lead.
Yeah, I mean, they only need around 16 more meters to match up where SNHU is, and even so, you don't want to take that type of bet, but they're just going to flip it right back around there as Tevatron pushed up a little bit too far without his supports, and now they're just going to be able to roll this back onto Tevatron, but that Maywall is going to block him off, and he's left on half health.
Half health, but able to survive the onslaught. Gets a very, very lucky break from that wall, being just good enough to let him out the window is enough to make Helios think twice about pushing this Zobo. Gets the lamp from Crazy Cat. Kresnik backing up, trying to find an angle here. Helios all alone has to pop the hands, but Tevatron too absolutely isolated. Oh, the Sigmas both trade immediately. Robert has to pop the ice block. Ultimate does not have his, but will be coming up in just a couple of seconds. The Sojourn for RPI has to back up as well. This is a very, very scrappy fight. The wall is there, and the Blizzard is too from Robert, but it seems like everyone is able to respond very, very well from SNHU. No kills coming through. A great window from Crazy Cat, making sure that everybody stays alive. Shoepack falling, and Robert as well, means that SNHU has a two-man numbers advantage here. Might be able to salvage this fight that has been going on for so long.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long fight, but definitely needed here. SNHU can push this bot a little bit farther now. Not maybe be able to get some distance here, but at the same time, RPA also pushed it just as far, leaving at around a 6-meter difference. Not that it matters, but it's still really close here. He's gonna drop down.
Huge move into a huge wall. The isolation is there. The Blizzard even bigger. Sobo not able to live, get caught in the crossfire. The beat just to make sure that everyone lives, and RPI falls immediately. What a decisive push from SNHU.
I mean, every single member is basically gone right there. SNHU can get this distance that they need. They can push up for as long as they can with around 4 minutes remaining here.
Watch out. It's getting close to the checkpoint, getting close to the butt scratch, but will they be able to catch it before RPI is able to respond? It seems like they are not quite able to. The Flux is there, and everyone from RPI falling so low. Tevatron commits his, lamp, and it's so big. Crazy Cat's lamp is huge, not able to save himself though. Robert and Kresnik end up dying. It seems like RPI has a pretty big numbers advantage, but Helios still alive for the moment. Ultimo Web though not able to survive the big boop that comes through, and no butt scratch allowed. Unfortunately, RPI managing to pull that fight from the ashes.
Yeah, got a lot of distance there. SNHU is going to be able to hold back from a really good spot. Now they can just stay on bridge here. Kresnik can just turn into his turret form, just spray down without Sigma's hands if they're able to bait it out. But the beat in the window that they have from RPI is also just as crazy. We've seen them come out so many times, and the damage that they can do is just been crazy. And it's just like they're scattered right now, and that window is gonna come out. It's just gonna be big.
That window is gonna come out, forces SNHU to scatter, but not able to. They're not really pushing
they're not
on
capitalizing on it.
They're not doing anything with it, and SNHU has found an opening onto Tevatron. RPI has to commit the beat to even keep him alive. But now they don't have for the dueling Blizzards coming out. SNHU is not quite as good as RPI's though. Robert absolutely clutching that fight out, and now it's I believe just Helios alive. Oh, Siren actually gets some distance in the back line as Helios catches Robert out. This is a very, very scrappy fight, but Helios not able to stay alive for long enough for his reinforcements to appear.
That is big for RPI there. They needed to win that fight. Trading out those Blizzards and being able to still get those limbs is huge, because now they're so close to be able to really get to the distance that they really need to be. If they're able to just win like 1 or 2 more team fights, they can pretty much get to where SNHU was, but They are pushing this robot back right now.
Yeah,
and they are still contesting it.
RPI backed up really, really early. Tevatron able to avoid the rock, sends out the flux, but I don't know who it catches. Open Web falls very, very low, but it seems like Helios gets a lot more value.
The lamp.
The lamp forced, so everybody stays alive for RPI, but Tevatron not able to survive the aftermath. Helios falls low enough, but the beat is there. No one able to stop the Sigma. So much damage, and now it's just the cleanup crew coming through. Grogu does catch Crazy Cat from the side angle, but SNHU gets control of the bot.
Yeah, I mean, oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if they're able to just get this possession, even if RPI brings it back, as long as SNHU is able to hold it in this position here, they've got a long way to go for RPI in order if they really want to try and get this win. But Grogu does have this overclock. If he's able to just fly up there and be able to get these picks, I mean, they're all so close together. We are going to see that Bash and Ultimate come out, try and get some supports here, but it's gonna be difficult. It's easily avoidable, and it's hard.
Yeah, the artillery fire does get out a good few cooldowns here, but the overclock window is gonna be so much damage. But Tevatron gets caught out, dies. So does Zobo. Kresnik gets 2 in a fight where they have not committed a single ult. Grogu at 48 HP runs away, able to live, but Helios has acquired the target. The slide coming up just in time, catches the danger and able to live.
Robert does have this blade. It can be so scary that if you're a Genji and you're just able to get a huge amount of damage, you can easily wipe out a whole team there, and they don't have a beat to counter it.
They don't, but Ultimate does have the Blizzard of his own here, so might be able to get something big going on here. A nice little flank angle coming in from Grogu, trying to catch something, but doesn't have that overclock. That's when you'd want it. Overtime coming through. The blade is there, catches Osiren. The Crazy Cat immortality field not getting much value as it gets sent right into the particle field from Sojourn. And RPI able to make that one happen with just the blade, but SNHU does not commit a thing.
Yeah, that was a full team wipe coming out from RPI, but they are in overtime here. SNHU just needs to be able to back them off, not necessarily win a whole fight, but just get them off that robot for that short amount of time here. But I know you said that SNHU did not commit a lot of ultimates, but neither did RPI. They only really committed that blade there and that overclock from not too long ago. And we're seeing this flux come out right now.
Crazy Cat is able to live because Helios stuns Teletron out of the flux, and this is disastrous for RPI. Everybody's so low. The one resource that they had, not enough. They're not able to make it happen. Everybody falls from RPI. SNHU brings this to a map 5.
That was big. That was. I said it last game. I said it the game before, and that first game. What a game. what a game here. Crazy Cat with this play here. Definitely a well-deserved one. I'm not sure which one it was, but I think it was here with it's just firing from above. Yeah,
it gets a couple of nice picks.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone alive.
Like, look at the heals. You need to do so much damage and get those heals at the same time. It's crazy.
I gotta take a breath, man.
No, you screamed during that. It was well needed. We need your voice there. We needed that entertainment. But we're going into round 5 here. The first ever, I believe, on stream
this season. Yeah.
This season, yeah. So this is down to the wire. This is 2-2. Whoever wins this, it takes all, and it's still gonna be best of 3, I believe, right?
Yep.
Or best of 2, I should say.
First to 2.
First to 2, yeah. And it can be scary.
This is the map that will decide seeding for the rest of playoffs. Both of these teams are clawing desperately at that number 1 seed because that's going to give them pretty major advantage in this playoff run. And this is, like I said, this is a stacked division, so every little advantage is going to help you out.
If we see Ilios, I will be so happy. I will be so happy if we end this game on Ilios.
Yeah, this is, I believe, going to be RPI's pick, so I have no idea what they're going to run out with here.
So what do they have to choose from? They have Samoa.
Samoa Ilios,
Not Busan.
not Busan, because
Yeah.
that was banned. I'm blanking. J-Town got banned. I'm a little confused on that one here. Might not be going to Control here. We're actually going to Escort, right? Because, right, Flashpoint got added. Yes, it is Escort. We have heard Junkertown is banned.
Oh, wow! It's Escort. Oh, I guess never mind then. I guess we're not seeing. We're not seeing Ilios. We're hearing Escort here, but my fault. I thought it was Control.
You know what?
Yeah, I really thought it was Control there.
Look, I'm gonna call it the player brain rot. The amount of times that I've seen a map 5 Control is more than I can count. So it's just ingrained in the memory here. But Escort is going to provide a really interesting look. It's a very unique game mode. Despite Hybrid taking some elements from it, it plays in a very, very distinct way. I'm interested to see how these teams are able to handle it. I mean, at this point in the game, I'm just along for the ride. I don't want to get off. I'm not here to speculate. I'm not here to analyze. I'm here to just see two incredible teams fight for their place in the NECC playoffs.
I want to know what maps, because right now I'm blanking on maps for Escort right now.
So since Junkertown is banned, Havana is going to be in there. I could see them picking that because that has a lot of very long range angles.
Right.
But I mean, honestly, at this point, I am entirely unsure. And it seems like the teams are trying to deliberate themselves. So if you have expended your popcorn from the last break, good news for you. You got a little bit more time to microwave up some more. We're going to throw to a quick break, get some rest, get ready for this final Escort map.
Route 66.
Alrighty, I hope that you have grabbed your snacks because we are going into this final Escort map. We are ready to see this beautiful, beautiful map preview. Route 66 coming through.
It's gonna be a good one. Route 66. It's
good map.
It is a really good map. I'm a big fan of it. It's simple. I want to say simple. But I also could be wrong on that. But
it's linear, but it has a lot of approach angles. It's almost like King's Row in that sense, where it has a very defined play style, but you can define that play style with a few different dictionaries, so to speak. You really can kind of approach from a lot of different angles on all of these different points. I think the most closed off one is that third point, but even then, there's a lot of room to work with for both sides on at that third point. So this is probably the most ideal final map that we could see in this absolutely incredible set. I thought going into this one that this was going to be one of the best matches of the season, and I am not at all disappointed. I don't know about you, but
no, I mean Route 66, it's good. I have no comments on it. I feel like whatever you said just needed to be described. Like it just needed to be said right there, and it's just it's like I'm on my toes. Like I'm on the edge of my seat. Like I need to start this game.
Yeah.
Like we need to get right into it. Like we're already hyped up from Coliseo there, and it's just like it's 2-2. It's literally down to the wire. Like this final escort is like it's the end of the set. Both teams undefeated. One will come in a victory. One will come in defeated. It's the tension is there.
This is the most important map that both of these teams will play all regular season.
Yeah.
This is the one that decides playoff standing. This is the one that decides whose undefeated streak is going to continue. That's nothing to scoff at. That's a huge accomplishment, especially in such a stacked division. You're gonna want to maintain that because that's a big little mark.
Yeah, you can't sacrifice something like that.
Absolutely
you have to like put on your A game every single time, and you just have to constantly bash at it. You can't stop it. It's like that's the thing. Both teams here, both undefeated. They both have these titles. And they're both just bashing each other. That's why we're at 2-2 right now.
And I mean, honestly, like, I don't know where the team's mentals are at, but sometimes that undefeated streak feels more important than playoff seeding. It's bragging rights, you know?
Yeah.
You can say, I went undefeated. I did that. Our team was definitively the best all regular season. And there's no contesting that because you went undefeated. There was no team that could topple you. This is the type of game that ages everybody a couple years.
Yeah, no, really, it's gonna be a long one because I feel like with hybrid, I feel like that C9 there went bad, but we also didn't get a lot of space. We didn't go through a lot of the map. Maybe got to that second point there. On escort, I feel like it's gonna be a little bit different. You have those 3 points, and obviously you don't get that control point in the beginning, but then you have those 3 sets where you're able to get those mini checkpoints every single time there. So it's a little bit bigger. Less ground you have to capture, less ground you have to capture. Mm-hmm. The more checkpoints you get, it's. I feel like this is gonna be a long one with the amount of time you get and just where spawns are. It's gonna be a long one.
Absolutely. Even without seeing this last map, I can say confidently that everybody involved in this game is gonna sleep real good tonight.
Yeah.
Good for them because we do get that long weekend.
That's true.
We do get that long weekend, but
work hard now. You can just rest for like 3 days. Take your time, take the break that you need, but
gonna be a very well-deserved break for
both
of these teams.
It doesn't even matter. We don't even know the outcome yet. It's gonna be a well-deserved break.
Yeah,
both teams really put on their A game. We like Helios with the tank, Crazy Cat with the healing, and I'm blanking on.
Teletron,
Teletron
has been
as well.
A stud all night. So is Robert. Robert's been clutching out a lot of fights.
They're soldiering as well. They're like the overclock, the kills, the damage that they output. Like I want to know the numbers. Like I want to know after each scoreboard.
I wish that scoreboards persisted because I agree. I really want to see what these numbers are.
Yeah.
Because with how quickly these teams have been building up their ultimates, they got to be some pretty darn high numbers.
Right. But
dude, I'm feeling the pressure, and I'm not even in the hot seat.
Me neither, man. I'm here. We're talking about the game. We're watching. We're watching it. We're talking about it. But it's hype. it's there, and I wonder. The only thing I'm wondering is I wonder it every single game, but I think we're gonna still see that same Sigma comp there. Sigma, BAP, Lucio. It's so
I think
good.
So. It's worked so well for both of these teams, but. That being said, Route 66 is one of those maps where that ball tracer composition can be played really, really strongly.
True, but also as well as Saravasa. But we didn't see that as well.
Yeah, we didn't see that, but maybe a map 5 situation is where you want to make those adjustments, catch everybody off guard. We're going to see if they opt to do that as we jump into this game. Everybody, take a breath.
Take a breath. Take your seats here. This is gonna be it. The final game here. Gonna be revealed what we got going. It's gonna be a similar thing. The only thing I'm seeing different as of right now, keep in mind there is 40 seconds to change up players. RPI has a bit of a switch going on here. We are gonna see that same BAP, Grog, Sojourn, and Sigma there, but the healers are gonna be a lot different. RPI is going to be on the attack, so they will have times to switch more often if they need to. SNHU, however, they need to stick with what they've got. They can't adaptively switch comps as well as RPI can, and we're seeing Robert on a Hanzo and Shupak on the Illari.
Yeah, might be looking for an early pick here with that Hanzo, but with how SNHU is positioned, I don't think that he's going to find much of anything. Robert does get the Sonic Arrow, which reveals some positioning there, but SNHU playing for this really early first contest.
Yeah, they're doing whatever they can here. This ball as well for Teletron. Also a switch. It gets almost so close to being deleted, and it's
there
gone.
He is. The key was pressed, so to speak. The adaptive shield's not enough to keep Tevatron alive at all, and now, SNHU kind of has free reign onto this spawn because there's no disruption coming through from that Wrecking Ball. I mean, it looks like, the immediate swap comes through back to the Sigma here. Robert back onto the Genji. Zobo is incredibly low. Robert, the first to fall, though. Osiren gets hit by that rock from long range. RPI looks to be breaking through here, but they had to spend like 2 fights to do it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot there, and SNHU, they only really have Helios on point right there, and that's the most they can really hold back. Now SNHU, they need to take their time here, because 3 minutes is a long time, and they need to be able to stall this out as long as they can. RPI, we are going to see a lot of switches come out from Robert as well. We saw him go from Hanzo to Genji, and now he's on Echo. And Shupak with the Illari is a bit weird with knowing how her turret cooldown also got nerfed, and the damage and healing as well is just, it's also crazy, but only if that amount can happen.
Crazy Cat falls immediately. Ultimo going for the very early contest here, just trying to get as much time off the clock as possible, but Kresnik catches Robert, ends up getting traded out. Ultimo next to fall. SNHU ends up getting a little bit of time off the clock, but not enough to make a ton of a difference here. They might be able to get another contest, but it's going to be a little dicey.
Yeah, Crazy Cat immediately falling was the biggest thing there with that rock that Tevatron just put out, and just the asteroid that just flew at him. There was no coming back for that, and I think RPI is going to be able to cap this point here with 2 minutes. That's going to bump it up to a solid 4.5, and they have enough time to sacrifice a couple of fights here, but SNHU is going to be in the lead for ultimates right now. They're going to be pushing all in this small circle as well.
He's so isolated. Tevatron, middle of nowhere, needs all his team to come through, but even with every single resources they can throw at him, it's not enough to keep him alive, and with no tank, your ability to push this payload is going to be severely limited. You can see that already RPI just backing all the way away.
Yeah, I mean, you can't spend your lives right here and feed into the ultimate. It's not that it matters. SNHU has every single ultimate, but you can't risk that cooldown. You can't risk the times between everybody here, and the ult combo is also going to be really big as well, but catches. It was only ultimates there.
2 deployables.
Yeah, that's
Kresnik gets the pick under Grogu. Tevatron the next to go down as well. The duplicate comes out, but gets absolutely nuked by that combo from Kresnik and Helios there. A lot of ultimates committed. RPI seemingly only committing 2. Grogu switching over, as well as Robert, actually. It seems like both of them deciding to look towards different paths here. SNHU has a nice push there, but the Captive's son catches, I believe, 2 there. A lot of damage going to come through onto Helios. Have to use the beat. Osiren able to keep Helios alive, but maybe not for long as Grogu is going on a tear right now. I believe gets 2 or 3 in that fight. Osiren looking to get 1 on the way out, not able to. Every member of RPI is there, and every ultimate spent from both sides.
Yeah, that was a lot of what just happened there. Grogu getting, I believe, 3 or 4 kills is just huge, and we are gonna see a couple swaps coming out. Zenyatta for a very long time, I don't believe we've seen, as well as a Tracer here to get that healing as he's zooping around, and it's so much, and that ability
Robert
can do.
Robert immediately goes down. That's so much damage gone. Grogu gets a lot of damage through Ultimate Web falls, but so does Zoppo and Grogu next. There's no numbers for RPI. They got deleted.
They're gone. I mean, literally, like you said, they're gone just like that. They have to back off here. They cannot waste any more life putting into ult charges here. Seeing Osiren on the Zenyatta here, remember his health is buffed to back up to 225. It's good here. Knowing that his Harmony did get buffed in terms that he's able to stay on for players longer, but his Discord also got nerfed, but they're all stuck in that area. Kresnik is just able to spray down the shield and get a lot of damage done onto their tank, left around health, or halfway for health, but
that's a huge right click from Kresnik. The follow-up from Ultimate Web there a little bit has to run out because there's enough cavalry to keep the pressure off, but still an early pick like that with another onto Robert again, falling so early. Kresnik, the master of these right clicks, gets another huge one. RPI faltering, stays in for too long. 2 more deaths, maybe 3 that don't need to happen. And with 1 minute left, it's absolutely devastating. Ultimate Web 2 able to live despite being so far in.
RPI basically having almost all their ultimates here, as well as SNHU. This could be big, this could be insane. Robert with that Genji blade can be easily canceled out by Osiren's trans there, but there's so many ults that combat each other, it's insane. But Crazy Cat's gonna be the first to start with that window, outputting a lot of damage as well with that Bastion as well.
Tabitron gets stuck. Tabitron falls immediately. You can't push without your tank. There's 30 seconds left. They have 1 more if they back up quickly, but if 1 more falls, then it might be just all over. The 2 like quickest charging ults coming out from SNHU, nothing coming out from RPI, so there is that saving grace.
Yeah, they are going to see that Genji and their BAP is going to be pushing out towards here. The window and that blade may be coming out soon with their tank. They have to push up as fast as they can. Ultimate is going to flank from the back.
Shootblock falls. Shootblock falls. That's a healer down. Their Transcendence is there to counteract Robert's ultimate there.
And the showstopper.
They see that. Another one this time favoring SNHU. The members of RPI unable to touch the point. And again, it's a mirror image of hybrid.
2 C9s happening in the same game. What are the chances there? Unfortunately, RPI, they just needed to get those kills and they didn't realize about the point there. However, they are still pretty far. This is our, I believe this is halfway, or at least like 5, no.
It's about halfway through second point, but yeah. If you remember, on Midtown, SNHU, when they pushed, they got just about to the end of second point.
Just barely, yeah.
And they couldn't make it happen.
Yeah.
What poetic, how poetic would it be if SNHU manages to pull it out after yet another silly little mistake?
I don't want to jinx anything, but like, imagine it ends in a draw.
No shot. No shot.
Like, no way, right?
I think it is only theoretically possible with how the cart is positioned there, but SNHU gonna be the one looking for these early picks here. RPI looking like they're gonna look for the same strategy that SNHU went with on their defense, getting this early fight.
Yeah, Grogu on that Bastion here, and Robert still on that Mei. We're going to see Kresnik on the Hanzo, but I believe he's going to do a quick swap, just enough to get that recon there, figure out if anybody's in those little walls there, and it's going to be a mirror matchup. Now, SNHU on the attack, going to have to push up into RPI.
Yep, a lot of damage going to come out very early from both sides, but Osiren and Ultimate Web get absolutely sent into orbit. I don't know how they fall so quickly, but Kresnik absolutely flying out of that lamp, not able to survive Helios, and I believe Crazy Cat, though, able to make it out, and chaos. Chaos is all this fight is.
Definitely. That was a really really fast fight there, and it was. I want to say it was a little bit unexpected there, especially just dying that quickly can be a little bit scary. But they're playing in these little tubes here, and it's scary how they're gonna be moving around them.
Oh my God, Tevitron so isolated. The members of RPI are there though. Ultimate Web goes down, but Kresnik takes out his counterpart on the Bastion, and that means there's very little damage for RPI. Might have to reconsider this close hold, but they're sticking to it. RPI deciding, no, we will not fold, but might just be forced to as Zopo gets absolutely walked up on by Helios, and the rest of RPI quickly falls back to spawn by force.
Yeah, there was that fight. SNHU is now able to push this up here. Well, dude, when they're all standing near the ledge there, I was just waiting. I just needed a Siren to just come by with the Lucio and just boop like 2 of their members off there. Unfortunately, that did not happen. But it was, I mean, that was big there.
Look at Ultimate hiding in the little corner.
And he has the Blizzard.
He has the Blizzard. I don't know if they're going to look for him.
I'm not sure either. If they hear him, they might be a little bit suspicious about it, knowing how SNHU may have a
going the other way, but oh, that's a huge wall. Sends in the Blizzard. The wall does not allow him to follow up, but it's a huge Blizzard. Helios is there.
No one's pushing cart.
No one's pushing cart, but it might not matter if they're able to get the early flick. Now it's Robert committing this huge Blizzard. Oh, Siren falls super early, but Robert gets traded out. Crazy Cat has to reload at a very inopportune time. Everybody from SNHU falling so low, including Crazy Cat himself. Helios falls in the interim. Kresnik gets another one, but Tevitron sneaks up onto the bridge, catches Crazy Cat. This is a very great stabilize, and Kresnik is going to die late.
Yeah, everybody died kind of staggered there. They have to wait for each other to push back up, but that Blizzard, it should have been big there. Unfortunately, RPI was just able to walk back from where they came from, and I don't believe they got a lot of hits from that, but Ultimate Web already at like 40 HP, gonna get lasered with the Flux as well, and now not having any rock to save him, but that lamp is gonna save both the tank and the Mei there, but Helios also has his Flux to use as well.
Looking for it here. This artillery strike Flux combo has been so huge.
But the lamp
saves them, and they don't even have to commit the beat there, but Grogu falls to some early poke after that. Flux and the beat, not enough to keep him alive. 2 beats coming out from both teams, actually. A lot of overhealth on the field. A lot of ult charge going to be generated off of that. The lamp ends up saving Helios, and now finally SNHU, with 30 seconds left on the clock, is able to break through.
However, RPI, if Shupak is just able to go all the way, it'll be a bit of a stretch. But if they're able to touch point, they can really capitalize on time here. Grogu is going to use his ultimate there and try to get some time.
Kresnik catches Robert, and they've committed to the fight. Zobo catches Kresnik, but they're in all alone. Their spawns are so far. Helios catches 2, eats on to Grogu, gets no value out of that turret form, and now that Baptiste in no man's land gets sent back to spawn. Kills Crazy Cat, but the spawns are so immensely close that it's not really gonna matter.
They are so close to this point here. If they have 2 minutes, though it's not as much time RPI had as they did have 4 minutes here. They need to be able to really clutch out every single fight. Ultimate Web and Helios are the closest people having an ultimate, or just close to it. And RPI, they've got 2 as well, and they have to commit everything that they've got here. Robert already on super low HP, a Siren as well, and Helios and Crazy Cat, they're just pumping every single thing that they've got, all the heals that they need, and they're going into as fast as they can.
Siren falls! But Helios eats Robert's Blizzard. It's out of the factor. Trades out the
2 picks from
the Blizzard is huge. The Blizzard is huge, right on point. The lamp, not enough. It falls so early. SNHU,
they need everybody on cart.
They need everyone on cart, but they can taste the victory. Going closer and closer. The spawns are not there. SNHU, after a back and forth battle, Robert is there, but no one else is. SNHU secures their undefeated streak, secures first seed in NECC playoffs.
Truly undefeated here. SNHU clutching it out for the win. Let's look at this play of the game. I have to know what it is right now. If it's a crazy right click, it'll be insane. We see Helios eating that.
Just pumping so much damage. This was the play that won them the map. absolutely ludicrous. And Helios was the one that started it all, eating the blizzard. That was what RPI needed to salvage that fight, and it does not end up working. Madav, I'm tired.
What a way to end it off there. This game started at like 7 o'clock. And it's
8 o'clock.
Almost
8 o'clock.
Oh, sorry, 8 o'clock. I messed up. But it's like 2-hour game here. It was a lot of back and forth. And, you know, they won 2, hopes were down, then SNHU won, and then they won 1 again. So everybody was just, this. I don't know how else to explain it. But
the brooms were out,
yeah,
but they were not in favor of RPI. SNHU getting the reverse sweep to end off the NECC regular season. SNHU Sapphire absolutely elated to again maintain that undefeated streak going into playoffs. Absolutely colossal win from them, but our week is not done.
It's not.
We have Overwatch Pearl tomorrow. They are getting a doubleheader, 2 ECC games. I believe both are being streamed tomorrow. Okay. So keep your eyes peeled on our socials, our Twitter, our Instagram. If you're not following us on Twitch, turn those notifications on so you never miss a thing. Our Discord, join it.
Communicate with us, talk with us. We're always there. We're hype. We want to play games.
And you know what? If you have been absolutely drained, you need to take a break from Overwatch for a moment. That's okay, because on Saturday we have Granite State Grind. The link is in our Twitter. Signups still open. That is another great event that we run. Generally, very, very fun. I'm sorry, I'm just so tired.
I don't blame you. That was an intense match that we had there.
Granite State Grind sign up still open. The start.gg page is on our Twitter, so make sure you sign up for that. If you are at all interested, all skill levels are welcome. And even if you don't want to play, you can just come out, watch some great Super Smash Brothers either on our Twitch channel right here, or if you're on campus, Upper Dining Hall, Saturday. Be there, be square. I don't know.
I mean that's basically how you have to put it. I don't believe anything else is up there. So, Matt, would you like to finish it off?
Well,
in your last dying breaths.
Thank you all for being on this journey with us. I feel like I have grown and changed as a person after watching that game. I hope you all enjoyed watching that as much as we did. I've been Matt. This has been Madav. Thank you for joining me here. We hope to see you very, very soon. Playoffs going to be starting for all games within the next few weeks. We hope to see you there. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night. Enjoy the weekend.